Hey, all right. Well, welcome, everybody. It's Transformation Tuesday. Yep, September 10th, 2024. Let's take a deep breath into this. This beautiful day, this beautiful moment, this beautiful time to be alive in the evolution of our planet. My name is Judy Matejcek, award-winning life mastery consultant and world-class paradigm shifter. And paradigm shifting, what is that? What is this? It's like we are a dedicated global community dedicated to shift and uplift the entire planet. How's that? How's that, Dominykas? Yeah, you can take your mute button. Yeah, sound good?
Oh yes, it is. This is excellent. That's
And this,
wonderful.
yeah, so this Transformation Tuesday where we bring on, oh yes, and we're growing exponentially. Like we have members in 56 countries, a couple thousand members. And and so what we've done is each month we focus on a different topic where we take I've I take the temperature of the world out there. And I've asked, well, what would be an appropriate topic to bring? In September, we've been talking about the second week, standing firm when your world is shaking. There's also a program that I teach. And last week we were talking about this thing called the dark night of the soul. And so there's whatever's going on, your circumstance, situation, condition. And this week, we're going to talk more in depth about this thing called the hero's journey. And as a little intro, I want to introduce you to our guest speaker. I'm going to say it, Dominykas Surgailis. How's that?
Closer. Surgailis.
Yeah. And Dominykas was born in Lithuania. He's from Lithuania, and will be the ripe old age of 26 on October 4th. How's that? Rigorous honesty. And you were born and you lived in a suburb in a neighborhood with an American family. I want to find out more about that. I've had exchange students from Japan live with me over here in America. So I'm curious about what that was like. And then in time, converse with them in English on top of watching cartoons and playing video games in English. Anyway, so Dominykas attended a middle school, rebranded to a gymnasium for 8 years. Wow. And in 2013, he enrolled in another high school to pursue more rigorous education. So your passion for video games led you throughout the years to work on one in your spare time. Besides studying English and German as part of your curriculum, he also began learning Japanese and Korean, intent to study abroad. Wow. Having enrolled 4 years later at, I can't even pronounce it, but the Technical University, right? Is that right?
Yes, BGT or short for or a short form today would be just Vilnius Tech.
There you go. So you were studying multimedia design, and you were intending to exploit knowledge in video game production. Is that right?
Yes.
And then in your third year, you were accepted as an intern programmer. Yes, at a
Hmm.
telecommunications. Yeah. Wow. In spite of feeling this employer out of alignment with his dream vocation, I love that. Even back then, you knew that you were kind of out of alignment with that dream.
Hmm.
Yes. So anyway, I think the other interesting thing about your bio is that you were in the military. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, I'm so curious about that. And now you're enrolled and you're a coach with the Brave Thinking with certified by Brave Thinking Institute. And so I want oops I want you to come in here and first of all welcome and thank you for sending the pictures of your country. But when you were going through that journey part,
Mhm.
what did you have to leave behind in order to take the next step of your journey? If you actually come on in here and tell us a little about yourself and
Mhm.
about the different things that you've chosen.
Well, for starters, when it comes to, for example, leaving things behind, in service of the dream, I personally would say that the first thing that comes to mind is leaving behind old habits, habits that weren't exactly serving me. So, for example, it's surfing. Yeah, certainly surfing the social media sites, as some image boards, being a subset of them, and the point, why I'm bringing this up at least as an example is because oftentimes, at least the impression I got and an impression and also an impression that that I still pretty much hold on to is that most of the time spent there is just mindlessly consuming whatever appears, and that's and that's at best if that content is even remotely useful or for example uplifting. Of it isn't necessarily even so. It can be just as well the opposite of that. That's no, that's one habit I could name. Well, one thing I could name as to be left behind. Also, another would be uh not in this case not necessarily left behind altogether, but no, but certainly less of is well, for example, even spending as much time as before, on wallish, how do I put it, on things that don't seem to be productive. So, for example, yes, okay, I've mentioned surfing at the web. It's okay. Also, kind of ironic, but playing video games. Given what my dream is. Uh, all of that, being in service of having more time to serve what I consider to be my dream. So yes, for example, working on a video game, developing it, as well as the coaching business. So
I
also, for example, yeah, just as an example of
wanted
working
to
out.
ask you, like,
Okay.
when you got a calling,
Mm-hmm.
'cause obviously what we're doing now is a calling, right? Did you accept that willingly, or was there a reluctancy there? Because this
When it
is the part
comes,
of the hero's journey is the departure. And you obviously got a calling, not just
Mhm.
this time, but you had this calling for something more and greater. Were you willingly going along, or was there a reluctant phase, like, oh no?
Well, I would say it's at times both. Well, yes, both, but not, but usually, okay. Well, actually, it's both, both simultaneously and as well as one after another. So yes, certainly have been times, well, occasions when yes, taking the next step in service of this all around calling did seem very much inviting to take the next step. And just as well, there were times when that next step did not seem comfortable to take.
So
But mhm.
what kind of obstacles did you face as you keep moving forward? What kind of paradigms come up? And I'm just curious.
Mhm.
I always ask this, like, what are some of those paradigms that they'll be coming up forever and ever and amen? But tell me something about your particular paradigms. And I'm curious because I'm wondering about in your country where you live now,
Mhm.
what would you say is an overriding limiting belief for you or for people your age in your country?
Well, for starters, as for the paradigms that I at least personally could relate to, it's well, one of them is being is feeling that what especially when it comes to what I would love to be doing, is that what I'm doing, video games as well as coaching, is at least at the moment does not seem significant in the sense of bringing me the results that I would love to have. For example, notoriety, financial rewards, etc. Yeah, so that's one of them, and I would say the most prominent for me up until now. Uh,
If you could
uh,
have all the notoriety and everything, um, where what would that look like? What would you love?
well, for example, in terms of notoriety, it's well, when it comes to the video game, it's for example, having thousands of subscribers on our on our YouTube channel for the video game. Um, okay, just that's one example. Of course, and there are many. I could go into many more. As for as for coaching, it's having having certainly tens of for example, at least 50 attendance in my vision workshops. So for the just in case to describe what a vision workshop is a seminar to where
Why would people? Why is it? What is it that's special about you that 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 people would be drawn to you as far as the as wanting to be around you and work with you? What is it about you that is special? What are you
well
just Yeah, what are you discovering about yourself?
hmm well for when what I've noticed about myself, and this is also reinforced by feedback from others, is that for example I'm passionate about my work, in the sense that I'm very much willing to get done what I think has to be done in in service of my dreams, of my goals, of the results that I want. So this passion, perhaps even a zeal, uh, to uh, to get done. Also, yes, another thing would could be this all around a positive attitude that even if even if some circumstances up until now do not seem exactly you know what I would love. It's uh it's being able to look past them towards the bright shining vision life that I would ultimately love as well. Okay, and
Can
just
you go
as a
back
last
to
thing.
your can you go back like to that time in your life when you were in the military?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just really, really curious. And can you tell us about like what what that was like for you personally, and how did that help you grow?
Okay.
And even why it was it mandatory that you do your military in your country?
Right. So as for how it influenced me, so for one of the things is getting to know various sorts of people, both both of us, the type that I would more or less enjoy being around, as well as the opposite of that, uh, which could very well be mutual. It's you know n- neither me enjoying their company, neither them enjoying mine. So uh, and just FYI, for the record, uh, whatever happened then, I don't you know I'm willing to accept my share of responsibility and such. So that's okay. That's part of it. And also yes, these sort of challenges that that come with the training, both physical and mental, to accept them and yes, accept them, work uh, work to overcome them, and as at the end of it, look back on it, and see yourself as right now, an improved version of yourself. So that's as well as okay, and lastly, and also as well, also just having having more time to reflect on the once again overall vision for the dream life for myself. When I was there, I certainly got some time to do that. And as for it being a mandatory, to just to without dwelling too much on the opposite of a positive, it's politics. Of
Oh yeah.
course, those who want to get into the nitty gritty of that are certainly welcome to look back on history, around the 10 years back into the past. Those of us who are willing, but just to sum it up, yes, it's politics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Well, and so, and then also you said that you lived with an American family in the suburbs. Um, if you look back, how did that shape your thinking about, um, in global perspective, or about you and your place in the global transformation? Um, what a fascinating experience that must have been. Yeah, so tell me about that. I'm just curious from the other side of the world.
Well, for one, it's getting to know at least their side of at least their background because the father of that family, he is, or at least was, a Baptist missionary, and And from what I understood, it's the main reason why he arrived in Lithuania to yes, to act as a missionary here, and yes, he also brought his family along. So it's certainly getting to know, at least another culture from that vantage point. Also, when it comes to the more practical things, it's again also speaking of video games, is it's getting to play on on other gaming systems, consoles as they're called. Yes. Mm, as well. And also, of course, and the most obvious is learning English on a much better on a much higher level, which yeah is obviously serving me uh well, how long? Yeah, basically 20 years 20 years since, it's still serving me just wonderful.
Wow,
Amazing.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So during that time and during your even all of your I'm just going to call it 26 years. It's just a month, right? All your 26 years on the planet, right?
Mhm.
What have you in, if you don't mind me asking, like this, and in our, what you and I both do, there's this thing called this higher level, this higher power, this divine intelligence
Mhm.
that grows. I'm curious um, about your divine intelligence, if you don't mind, and trusting that to help you to guide you. Is there,
Mhm.
yeah. So what is your divine intelligence? Um, how do you access that and keep moving forward with what you're doing now?
Well, when it comes to my my connection to the to the infinite, to the divine intelligence, okay, so in some honesty, again, yeah, I'll just say that I actually started getting into you know into the other side of myself, let's put it like that, uh, when I uh, when I actually embarked on this journey as a well, then only as a dream builder. Before then, I was pretty much an atheist. But but yeah, since then, yes, I've been leaning gradually, but still leaning more and more into the invisible side of ourselves. Let's put it like that, because everything is one. And that in practice, that includes, for example, leaning into it when especially when the circumstance at the moment, it does not seem encouraging. It's as when it seems that there's no logical means I could come up with to weather that situation. So also that left for me is to lean into that infinite side of myself, and use that to rise above any real or imaginary challenges. And what helps me personally do that is well, simply just to slow down, calm down, take a rest, take a time out. That certainly uh, turns down the chatter enough to enough to start hearing from the infinite side of myself.
Oh man, welcome. Yeah. And there's a part where like even though you can't believe it, believe that I believe it for you. And you asked me, I want you to do one more thing for me. You asked me why I wanted to have you come and speak,
Mhm.
right? And I said, because I've seen your, let me get my like, right, flame up. You've asked me, and because I've been watching you
Mhm.
and your dedication and your enthusiasm, and one, it's a whole different time where you are than when we're usually together.
Mhm.
Two, you're always there. You always have questions, and you're always willing to read what we call these core values.
Uh,
And the last time I was on a call with you, I was like, whoa, just watching the transformation in you from, I think it was just a few months ago when, I don't even, 2, 3 months ago when I first was in these calls with you. And now you're the, when you read the core values, it really touches my heart. And what I would love to have you do now is to read those core values for us. And
right.
these, I'm just going to preface them and with enthusiasm
Mhm.
that these are the core values that I live by every day. I have been for years. And what I do now is I go out in my backyard and I say each core value to the different directions
Mhm.
and the sky and the earth. And it's just a part of me. And for I, this is my your young age to even grasp that there are core values to live by. It just lights me up. So if you wouldn't mind, I would love to have you read or memorize or however it is with
Okay.
enthusiasm the core values for Transformation Tuesday here.
All right. Here it goes. Core val core value number one, we believe in people. We know that each one of us is far more powerful and contains more potential than any circumstance, situation, or condition. We believe in love and care. We bring sincere love and care to every interaction. We delight and surprise each other and our clients by anticipating wants and seeking to exceed expectations. We believe in integrity. We live what we teach. We deliver what we promise. We believe in fun. We create joy, laughter, and fun in all aspects of our work. And we believe in growth. We grow by achieving goals and exceeding our best. And so it is.
Well, there you go. I just love that. And every time that we say that over and over, it hits a different cellular structure in our being, which is, there you go. There's that higher power intelligence at work. So, um, knowing that, and knowing that there's, from what you're learning now, um, and in the current situation that you are, condition, whatever, and we're going to just put that as past and into this eternal now. I'm going to ask you one more question.
All right.
You ready for it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so as what would you love? As a community here, we are a powerful community, and we would love to support you and hold for you anything. Is it anything you love? Anything love? What would you love to have us as a community hold for you?
Hmm. Well, what
Anything.
it well, there are many things. All right, so
You name it. You've got quite a support group here. Go for it.
all right, so what I would love is to be leading this video game studio where I'm the CEO, COO, CTO, and one of the project leads for for a game that's being developed at the time. And yes, this studio this studio is creating games in various genres, strategy games, shooters, role-playing games, simulations, etc. To be to be leading this studio, uh, that's uh, that's part of it. To be of course also to be this and as this leader of this video game studio, being also a transformative coach like leader, and that which segues into being a by now a certified not just life mastery consultant, but also Napoleon Hill instructor, and that this meaning that I'm once again leading this now coaching company, serving 60 clients simultaneously uh, to uh, to help them achieve what they desire most in their lives, and especially those who dream of improving the world in whatever meaningful way to them. Thus myself acting as a sort of a agent, intermediary for this all around the world progress expansion, to call it. Doing the things that I'm coaching them to do the things that I personally might not be interested or willing to do myself, but certainly willing to help them do that. That's that's basically my my what I would love in my vocation in a nutshell. Of course, yes. Uh, throughout all that, earning at least 50,000 euros a month doing the work that I'm doing, as well as also creating creating a family where the brave thinking is just how it's done, both in the marriage as well as child raising. It's it's how we live. We live by thinking bravely and acting boldly.
You got it. Whoa. Okay, so there's something called the law of receiving. So yeah, open your arms because you're going to receive. And we are getting our energy all around the world, all the way globally. Okay, and we're sending it to you in Lithuania in total confidence that not only can you dream it, it's already done. Here we go.
Thanks.
You caught it?
Oh yes. I
So
have it in my
it is.
hands.
And so it is.
So it is.
So we let it be. Well, thank you so much.
It's
What
been my
a gift
pleasure.
it is. What a gift. And I'm so happy to get to know you and also to support you in any way we can in yeah in your I want to say your side of the globe, but the more we do that, we're all on this together.
Yes.
It's 2024, anyway, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me on.
Amen.